Our Collision 2017 coverage is proudly powered by Monster Products. Find the headphones and speakers that match your style at PLUGHITZLive.com/monster.
We have our next guest here. Hi. What's your name? And then tell us about you.
Hi there. Great to be on. I'm Doug Walter. I'm founder of Filegear. Filegear is an app and a device that helps you manage all of your files, no matter where they're located, offline and online. So I was just listening to your conversation just now about personal journeys. Let me tell you my personal journey here.
Okay,
please. So I have a ton of files at home. I love to take pictures. I'm not a professional, but anywhere I go, I love to just take a shot of where I'm at and what I'm doing. Over the years, I've collected like 300,000 photos, and they're sitting on 8 hard disks at home. Now, I didn't start out with 8 hard disks. Nobody does that. What happens is you buy a couple hard disks. For me, there were 320 gigabyte hard disks. I quickly filled them up. And then I had to go buy the next larger capacity, and you keep buying the larger capacities. You have this plan. You buy 2 drives. You try to keep them in sync. You try to copy the files between them. It never works. So I had my first 2 drives. They got full. I bought my next 2 drives and copied everything from the old stuff, the old drives to the new drives. Now those drives got full. Now I have 4 copies of everything, or at least I hope. Who knows? Right, and
the goal was to have 4 copies of everything.
Exactly.
Right.
And then, of course, I'm onto my 4T drives and still having a hard time keeping track of everything.
We produce about 250 gig per day, give or take, at an event like this.
Wow, that's amazing.
I understand.
So I don't have quite that problem, but one vacation will generate at least 128 gigs of photos, and I have a GoPro. You take those 4K videos. You want to take the 4K videos. You want to keep the best shots that you can, but 1 hour 4K video, that's 50 gigabytes right there.
Yeah.
So, I was out in Palau recently, and there's this school of dolphins just swimming around the boat. It was amazing. And so here I am taking 4K videos of the school of dolphins, and it's great. But 1 hour, 2 hours, how many of these can you store?
Right.
Now, it's not just about the hard disk. It's also about your online files.
Okay.
So, I have a Dropbox account, I have a Google Drive account, I have a Microsoft OneDrive account. I even have an Amazon Cloud Drive. So the problem is they all work really well. They're great apps, but I have 4 different accounts with 4 different sets of files on each one.
Right.
Now, if I want to check where is that presentation, where's that document I was working on, I don't know.
Yeah, you're on
right.
It's a hunt.
So what we're trying to do is bring all of your files, all of your content, photos, videos, all into one place so that you can flip through them on your phone. You can access them from wherever you are, and that's the way it's going to work. Now, we faced one technical challenge, and it's kind of a technical and business challenge, right? I'd love to just say, okay, I'm going to put everything on Dropbox. Okay. Well, my 2 terabytes of content beg to differ.
Yeah.
So you face the ceiling, the limit. So that's a problem. Another thing that's a problem is also from a business standpoint, we're trying to make a business that works, because if we're successful, our customers are successful, and vice versa. Now, I don't know if you know this, but storing files online can be expensive for the business. So, we've done some calculations just using Amazon S3. We're talking about 2.4 cents per gigabyte per month. That doesn't sound too much, but now let's multiply this. What does it cost to store 1 terabyte? That's almost $300 a year to store 1 terabyte online.
CES costs us $1,000.
Yeah, so there you go. And so the economics just don't work out. Now, the hard disks are getting cheaper and cheaper. You can buy 1 terabyte at Best Buy for $40. You can buy 3 terabytes for $100. So now we're talking very low prices for storage. The problem is you buy the hard disk, it just sits at home, hiding in a drawer in the back of the closet or somewhere else, and it's offline. So what we want to do is fix this problem of the economics of storage and the accessibility of storage.
Okay.
That's why we introduced this box.
Okay.
Now, what this box does is it's like a cloud storage system here. Built into this box, it's got CPU memory, it's got an operating system and a file sharing management system all built in. And on the back of the box, we have a whole bunch of ports. You can plug in all of your existing drives. Seagate is selling 5 terabyte drives, so if you want to get 20 terabytes just on the built-in USB ports, you can get 20 terabytes of storage just on here. Right? And it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, and it's not going to cost us an arm and a leg either. So it's good all the way around.
Now, of course, I have to ask the question.
Right.
The USB is 2 or 3?
We have 2 USB 3 ports and 2 ports.
Perfect.
Yep.
Wow.
And then we also have SD card reader. So remember my story of going on vacation, taking photos. Well, syncing everything off the camera, this is how it always works for me. You take the SD card from the camera, put it into my laptop, copy the files on the laptop, and then from there it goes onto the hard disk drives.
Huh,
well, now
that sounds like exactly what I did last night.
Now, it's a pain in the neck. Now, what we do is make it super convenient. You just plug in your SD card here. We sync it all into your hard disks, and then you're ready to go. So it's super convenient, super fast. Now, also, we have
Sounds
network.
like a box I need to bring with me.
Yeah.
Always.
So we also have a network port here, and this connects you to the world. We have online service that does rendezvous, relay, and coordinates the tunneling. So you're using peer-to-peer communication. So if you're at home talking to this device, you've got Wi-Fi speeds, or if you're on LAN, of course. And then if you're on the road, we do the peer-to-peer tunneling, so that if we can, we'll set up a direct link from your client to the device, making it the fastest and safest. And then we've also built some great technology for doing the relay, so that it's end-to-end security. We never see anything that goes in and out of this box.
That's great.
So privacy, security, all the capacity that you need, the best speeds, not the best price.
And that price would be?
So our retail price for this is $300 if you want to buy it outright, or $50 a year subscription, and we give you the box for free. So either way you look at it, if you want to own it, have it, touch it, feel it, and keep it for life and have lifetime service, $300. If you're not comfortable, it's the price of a latte a month to rent this.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
So that's what we got.
Makes it easy to budget at that point.
That's right.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And is it available today? Is it coming soon? Because you are wearing a yellow badge, which means that you're pretty early on.
Yeah.
So what kind of roadmap do we have?
So we will launch at the end of this year. We're currently scheduled for October. And then,
October.
so it's not too far away. And we are beginning our Kickstarter project soon, where you'll be able to get access to our early bird specials and all the promotions that we're going to do there.
Fantastic. I really like this.
Well, great.
As you were talking, I'm like, oh yeah, I just did that, and we'll do it again tonight. Yes, all of that sucks. And I would, I would like to avoid doing that. And you've just told me I don't have to anymore.
That's right.
Is great. It would be great to have that sitting right over there. So we could swap cards as the half day goes. Pull the card out, put it in this thing. Michelle doesn't even have to pay attention to it. That would be sweet.
Yeah,
it would.
I love that.
So I don't know how much time we have. There's a number of other features I'd love to highlight here.
We got a couple more minutes.
Okay, so one of the things that you probably are worried about is how do you keep copies of everything? Like you assume that you put it on Dropbox or somewhere online, you're having copies. Well, not everybody can have a completely redundant system at home, but we make it super easy for you. First, if you have 2 or more drives plugged into here, we make sure that there are extra copies on your other disk drive. So if a drive goes bad, you can always recover. Second, if you have 2 devices, you can even leave one at your mom's house. She won't be able to see it or access it, but you can leave it at your mom's house so that if anything happens to your house, the water main breaks, the dishwasher overflows, well, you're still safe because you have a copy at her house. So we make it really easy and really simple to keep everything absolutely safe.
What I heard was there's one of these sitting there, and one of these sitting in the studio.
Correct.
And we put the SD card in here it syncs to the hard drive and then syncs back to the studio.
That's right.
Without having to go into any UI. I just put the SD card in.
That's
it
right.
does 1, it does 2.
That's right.
That sounds like
move
magic.
On. Now, how do I know that it's done syncing the SD card?
Okay, so we have notifications built into our mobile app and our web app, so they will tell you exactly when it's done.
Wonderful.
And we even have a progress bar telling you where it's at.
That's great.
This is fantastic. I want one yesterday.
So I have to wait till October.
I know. It'll be in time for Roboticon. We'll be good.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm really looking forward to seeing this out in the wild. And if people want more information, the website was?
It's filegear.com. You can go to filegear.com today. You can learn some information about it there. You can also sign up to receive our notices for when we're going to launch and make this available to you. You can also find us on Twitter and Facebook. Just look for Filegear.
Fantastic.
That's awesome.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And have a good rest of the conference.
Thank you so much.
All right. There's the product that makes our studio an easier task.
I know.
And at CES, somebody doesn't have to stay back in the hotel to back up memory cards all night because it takes forever.
It does.
You could literally just swap them, do one before you go to the Monster concert. When you get back, you take it out, put one in before you go to bed.
It's great.
In the morning, you take one out, put the next one in before you get ready for the day. By the time you're ready to leave to go back to the convention center, everything's backed up, and it's going back to the studio.
It's added to the list.
That is crazy.
Things we have to have.
We have to.
Yeah.
Have
There's
to.
no reason not to have it.
Right.
I'm in love with that product.
Me too.
I'm so excited about it. Like I said, I would have liked it last night. The fact that I didn't have it last night is already a little disappointing to me.
Tiny bit disappointing.
Yeah, tiny bit
Not a
disappointing.
lot.
No.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, October's not bad. We'll have it in time for CES.
Yes, we
and
will.
we will
for
absolutely
January.
have one of these. There is zero chance. Well, we'll
Maybe
have
two.
a couple of these.
Yes.
We need like two.